Hi Liz, thank you for your essays. Now, the first one is the essay about the Olympics. Some people believe nowadays the Olympics have not much more significance compared to the last century. Personally, I strongly disagree. This essay will argue that the value of Olympics in the 21st century, using examples from Europress in Spain and the review of Berkeley Center in Georgetown University, demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Now let's fix the small things. Nowadays, Olympics have not much more significance, okay, compared to the last century. I would either add a yet here, or I would put a semicolon here to delimit the statement and your opinion, your stance. This will say that the value of Olympic in the, you need an article here, using examples from and to demonstrate points. You don't need the comma here. Okay, nice. Firstly, the Olympics. Okay, well, another thing. Yeah, you strongly disagree. You can also say because argument 1 and argument 2. Okay. Okay, wait a second. This essay will argue that the value of Olympics in the 21st century, what? You can say it will argue for the value of Olympics in the 21st century using this and this. Okay. Firstly, the Olympics are the biggest international sports event in which sport is at the service of the harmonious development of humankind. Very nice sentence. Very, very nice sentence. So this is a very nice topic sentence. I hope this is your topic sentence, but let's see. This is because it is an opportunity to advance the cause of peace, a necessary precondition for the flourishing of excellence, respect, and friendship on a global scale. This is very beautiful style you have. For example, a recent report of Europress review mentioned in the last games, athletes. So you mean that they mentioned that in the last Olympic Games there were athletes from 200 different countries lived together in the Olympic Village. Okay, let's fix this a bit. Mentioned that in the last games, athletes from live together in the Olympic Village. More than 4 billion people follow the games on television or online. Okay. How about using some linking words to create emphasis? So you start with the fact that there were so many people from different countries who lived together in the Olympic Village. Then more than 4 billion people watched them on television. Then world leaders were in attendance. And this was a period of world peace and respectful interchange. Interchange of what? Let's think. Moreover, more than 4 billion people. And you can say most importantly, right? Because we are building a climactic progression, building emphasis gradually, step by step. World leaders also were in attendance, we need the also here. This was a period of world peace and respectful interchange of what? You really need to answer an interchange of what it was. If you simply leave the word interchange, it's not going to be clear enough. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that Olympics have a notable role in the present century, not just in sport, but culture, society, and politics. Okay, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let's move on. Secondly, the success of the Olympic movement has attracted tremendous corporate investment. Beautiful argument. This is largely because the public interest in this event is enormous, increasing commercial and tourism activity. I'll say tourist activities. Tourist? No, not tourist. Oh, yes. Well, it doesn't like my capitalization, but I do this to highlight the changes, just that. On the other hand, the expansions of structures associated to Olympics are also notable. I think I have seen notable here. How about remarkable? Remarkable, right? For example, the review of Berkeley Center in Georgetown University mentioned that even the name Olympics, um, and you would have to put the name in the inverted commas because you refer only to the um, actual naming, not the activity. Is bought and sold more than 40% of revenue generated. Wait a second. There's something missing in here. That even the name Olympics is bought and sold. Colon. More than 40% of revenue is generated. Of revenue generated, no, comes, this is your verb, comes from commercial partnerships. Yes, this is what we were missing. You either need a colon or a semicolon, but I think a colon is better because you continue with an explanation after the bought and sold part. Okay. In 2008, for the Olympics in Beijing, the entire city of Tianjin was renovated and the TGV, one of the speediest train around the world, was built. You can say it was built solely for this person. Because, okay, I would introduce this with a linking expression to introduce examples. Somehow, or I would say, a situation which illustrates this is the following. In 2008 and so on and so forth, because you're illustrating, right? Okay, because Olympics increase a 30% financial status of the host country, we need to fix things here. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that Olympics are also a great financial develop opportunity for the hosting countries. Okay, how come that the grammar of this sentence is needs so much work now? I mean, what happened to your accuracy? Okay, because Olympics increase the financial status of the host country by no less than 30%. You don't need the thus. It is possible to state beyond doubt that Olympics are also a great financial development opportunity for the hosting countries. Okay, I don't know which source says so because this is a great figure, but where did it come from? I mean, can I trust this or not? Who says so? You might say, according to, let's say, source, this and that source. The financial status of the host country increases by no less than 30%. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that in an era of globalization, the Olympics have a much greater significance. If you say a greater significance, you need to say greater than what? Because you're making a comparison. So much greater significance than what? Or you simply remove the comparative. The Olympic movement is the most visible platform for the celebration of shared human values in the 21st century. It is predicted Olympics will increasingly grow in importance. Okay, let's do it like this. The Olympic movement is the most visible platform. There's no linking word here. So what if the Olympic movement is the most visible platform? You can say, as the Olympic movement is the most visible platform for the celebration of shared human values in the 21st century, it is still due to the economic and, let's say, peacemaking benefits, not benefits, function that it has, that it is so important. So I'm trying to make things up, but remember, if I were you, I would connect this sentence to the summary of, let's do it like this, plus summary of argument 1 and argument 2. You really need this. It is predicted the Olympics will, based on what this could be predicted. If you say something like this, you really need to say that based on the arguments listed above, it could be predicted that the Olympics will grow in importance. Because if you say increasingly grow, you are being redundant. So if I were you, I would simply remove this sentence and simply rephrase and expand this one. And this will make it a very successful conclusion. So this is what I have to say about the essay. Great ideas, but fix the language and the coherence and cohesion part. Okay, now let's have a look at the task 1 about the shoe sales. Well, I don't see the graph here. Please remember, whenever you comment on an academic task 1 visual, please include it in your document, because now I have to stop my video, go search for this picture and put it back here, okay? Okay. Just make sure you include the visual, because unfortunately, I hate to say that, but if you don't, I will have to return your essay and kindly ask you to add the visual, because I lose at least 2 minutes going and looking for all these, because I don't keep the course open for the visuals. Okay, the bar chart shows the vending levels of 2 kinds of leather shoes in 9 European countries throughout 2018. Okay, you don't need the article. Very nice introductory sentence. The bar chart, yes, absolutely. Okay. In 2018, the disposal of brown leather shoes was over 50,000, except for Belgium, where the sales fell down dramatically by less than 5,000. Okay, I have several questions here. Disposal, what do you put in the word disposal? Disposal, have a look here, means removal, discarding, clearance, dumping, or throwing away. We speak of waste disposal, throwing away the garbage, right? This is disposal. Disposal is not a synonym to the concept of sales. 2, you say it was over 50,000. For which country? Because you say except for Belgium. Do you mean for all the countries? Or do you mean that it was on the average 50,000 except Belgium? If yes, you really have to say that. In all the countries, it was approximately 50,000 except for Belgium, where the sales levels fell, not felt, fell down dramatically by less than 5,000. Okay, by less or to less than 5,000. If you say that they fell by less, that means, let's say they were 15, they fell by 5,000, they became 10,000, right? It means minus 5. What you mean is at less than 5,000. Poland shoes vending rates, vending, nice word, was the largest by around 140,000, followed by Hungary and Germany with similar sales amounts, and Italy over 100,000. Or do you mean the 100,000 is for Italy? I mean, I have to be able to understand that without looking at the visual, and I'm not sure I understand. Was Italy? Italy, something like that. Okay. In France, just as in Poland, the portion of brown leather shoe sales almost doubled the amount of black shoe sales. Okay, nice. I like your highlights, though sometimes it's difficult to follow. Sometimes it's difficult to follow, especially this part. But overall, apart from the language errors, you have good highlights. It is undoubtedly. No, you don't need the it is. You need simply undoubtedly. Undoubtedly, comma, Hungary had the biggest sales. I wouldn't say the biggest, you can say the highest or the most significant sales of black leather shoes, just by, again, not by, I'm not going to correct it this time. This is exactly the error that I mentioned before, right? Followed grammar by Italy and Belgium at this much and this much respectively, comma before respectively always. In the rest of the 5 countries, except United Kingdom, The number of black shoes, commas. Okay, please pay attention to your punctuation. Revise the use of commas if necessary, because you might think that a comma is a small thing, but incorrect punctuation will take quite a good chunk out of your band score, like 0.5, 100%, trust me. The number of black shoes except United Kingdom, the number of black shoe sales was less than brown shoes. Oh, you mean where? Okay, was lower probably than the brown shoes. Germany and Ireland, again, not disposal. No, disposal is not a synonym to sales. We're the same. France was the lowest black shoe sale region. You cannot say that. No. You can say that France was the region that commercialized the smallest number of black shoes, but not the way you have it here. Overall, comma, it is clear that you really need the that. You can skip it here. Amongst the 9 regions, Hungary made up the largest disposal. Again, disposal, no. Of shoes, followed by Italy, while France and Belgium represented the lowest. Okay, you have the highlights, the minimums and maximums. Beautiful. This is really great, but really take care of your language. You really have to work on the accuracy of your grammar, because this is the thing that needs the most work in your writing, especially in task 1. Anyway, good structure, good highlights. Just make sure that you use grammar and vocabulary appropriately. Make an error list and make sure that you learn from everything that was mentioned. I am sure that you will improve very fast, and the next text won't have these mistakes anymore. All the best of luck. Hoping to see more of your essays soon.